What kind of pressures they go through?
Well, yeah, people in those positions, they have to be like aware of the weight of their own words. That they may just say something and it's quite, throwaway for them. But you have got people, hanging on their every word. And I mean that's certainly the case for a lot of the newer projects that are, like VC backed, and it really is an individual or team coming with a vision, gathering funding for that and, going and building it. And nearly always, you've only got a single team. You've got, here's the foundation, we raise the money, we've got the money, we hire the developers, and it's really often not very different to a conventional company. It's kind of like, hey, here's a startup and we've got a team and we're building a product.
But I guess the distinction there is that people call it dumb money, retail money, making up like large quantity of these startup.
Right.
So in the regular economy, you can only use the VC's money, and they have plenty of to play with.
Yes.
Whereas Tim, Bob, and Jane, who are just young people, South Korea or whatever, Australia, they're kind of throwing around their hard-earned wages into these things. So they're getting wrapped up into a world which traditionally belonged to professional or experienced investors at least, right?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And it is, it's a dangerous bet a lot of the time. I mean, startups in general, they've got a huge failure rate, let alone if you combine that into being in a frontier technology in an unregulated, market, then it's like, whew, YOLO, off we go, hope for the best. But yeah, even where you have got an ecosystem, like Bitcoin or Ethereum, some of the, the better known people, they have got a really heavy kind of weight on their heads to tread this line, right, between, supporter, advocate, leader versus, oh gosh, I've turned into a tyrant, and everyone's just like, listening to me way too much. That's kind of hard.